Hello, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. We have a super exciting webinar today. Today, we are going to go over how brands can identify which products to market with Northbeam, source that content through Insense, finding content creators, and ultimately A/B test that content within the Northbeam platform. On our call today, we have all of the big hitters. So we have Danil, founder of Insense. We have Tiffany Dean, founder of Hollywood Hair Bar, and Peter Martin, CS representative, teammate of mine at Northbeam. I'll let everybody say hello. Danil, you could start off with the introductions.
Hey, I'm Danil. I'm the CEO co-founder of Insense. Been building that for 7 years and exciting to help brands like Hollywood Hair Bar to get in touch with the right creators as well as with Northbeam.
Absolutely.
My name is Tiffany Rose, and I am the CEO and founder of Hollywood Hair Bar, the #1 hair regrowth serum on the market. And we have been working with Insense as well as Northbeam to connect with content creators as well as to blow up our LTV.
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name's Peter. I'm a media strategist here at Northbeam. My job typically is just making sure our brands using Northbeam are getting value out of our tools. So happy to be on.
Yeah, happy to have you all on board. This call is really special to me. A lot of the people on this call, we go way back, right? Tiffany, you and I collaborated when I first got involved in e-com circa 2019, something around that time. We had a chance to connect with Danil and the Insense team super early on when it was such a vital need, and we absolutely needed that. So to kick things off, before we jump into the platform, I want to give the viewers a sense of the brand. Tiffany, can you tell us a little bit about Hollywood Hair Bar, a little bit about your story and how you came to be?
So I actually started on my own. The first 15 months of my business, I did share for share, very much organic type of marketing, share for share on Instagram. And we blew up from day one. We were doing pretty well on our own without any ad spend. And then my angel, Luca, reached out to me about 15 months after launching our business. At that point, we had about 100,000 a month in traffic, and we were making about $50,000 a month, all organically. And I thought I was rolling at that point. And Luca called and gave me the best opportunity of my life with introducing a marketing agency that really was phenomenal. The first month of working with the marketing agency, we did $1 million, and we consistently pulled in like $2 million a month every single month for a consecutive 24 months. Our highest month was 3.4 million, and our highest day was 164,000, and it was just phenomenal. And then, of course, the agency and Luca introduced me to Insense, and Insense just blew up our business even more. We were one of the beginners on Insense and using that type of platform to source creators, to pay them and produce content, and it really has blown up my business. We actually have just hit $50 million in revenue.
Hey.
I'm so excited. And so, yeah, we have done a lot within this space. We've sold over 1 million bottles of our breakout product, which is our hair growth serum. You receive results in 7 to 14 days. So we were at the right place at the right time with the right product. The business now is turning 6 years old, coming up in September. And we are now going into licensing the brand, which I'm really excited about, and continually growing our e-commerce D2C customer base, and really using Northbeam to continue to understand what's going on the back end to make sure that our LTV is as high as possible. And so Northbeam has also been a really amazing factor within this space. And it's just been phenomenal. So we're just continually wanting to kill it and continually wanting to build our business in that way. You have to have eyes and ears on the back end of your marketing. I forget the year, but when the iOS 14 update came, it took away our eyes and it changed our business. And so Northbeam has been able to come in with the right tools at the right time. And it's really, really continued to make us a success. So it's been a wonderful ride, and continually looking forward to more.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that context. And one of the things I appreciate about you so much, Tiffany, is, entrepreneurs, sometimes it takes a lot to kind of put yourself out there, to talk about your brand story, to tell your journey. Thank you so much for coming today, for allowing us to share your story, share some key metrics, and hopefully help some other founders kind of in your same position be able to find the same level.
Luca. Thank you.
Absolutely. And Danil, can you give us a little bit of context on Insense before we really get into it?
Insense is a creator marketplace that helps primarily e-commerce brands to get in touch with UGC creators and micro-influencers. And the reason why I started this business is because of my brother. He ran a couple of e-commerce shops, successfully exited both. Not a lot of money, not like your business, Tiff, but it was
Zero.
yeah, but it was pretty successful. And then he founded his own social media boutique agency. What is it, like 9 years ago? And then he figured out that creator content is going to be outperforming in ads. That wasn't that clear. Influencer marketing was about organic, and then it was disconnected between paids and influencers, right? It's two separate worlds. He figured out that it's actually makes sense to combine them. He started building his own creator database via spreadsheets and communicating with them over the chats, like DMs and so on. But it wasn't the really efficient. And then he figured out, okay, instead of building a smaller agency, I would like to build a tech and help other entrepreneurs like Tiff to scale their businesses. That's how he came up with an idea of Insense, and that's what we have been building. And then right now we are serving over 1,700 brands, as well as 30,000 vetted creators in our marketplace. That's what we're really proud to see.
Wow.
Thousands of transactions and creators are coming because of these mutual benefit transactions.
Wow, it's incredible. And I've been in the platform recently, and I was in the platform when it first started. So you guys are really very innovative. You're always evolving. You're really doing a whole lot. You know, to me, it's a no-brainer. If you're an e-commerce brand today and you need to be sourcing content creators, why on earth would you be manually outreaching in the DMs when you really have a platform like Insense to really be able to find those creators? So today, Tiffany has given us permission to jump into her account. And what we're going to do is we're going to review the data to identify which product we think would be the best product to source. Then we're going to explore sourcing that content through Insense. And then ultimately how we're going to be able to analyze the impact of that content through Northbeam. So we're going to start things off by opening the Northbeam platform, and we're going to jump straight into the customer LTV tab. Opening the customer LTV tab here. Best practice, what I like to do is I like to sort it by the most customers, so we're not being misled by metrics. By maybe there's a really high LTV, but only one product was sold, right?
Right.
So here we have now sequenced the products of what are the most commonly sold products. Here are the amount of customers that we have, the amount that have purchased each product. Our day one column is going to reflect the average order value of the initial purchase of this product. And then as we expand here, we can dive in and understand what the LTV is of customers that buy this product based on the timelines here. So I've done some digging, and if we look here and we go all the way to understand the maximum LTV, I'm drawn to this particular product here. We see the LTV of the most commonly sold product tends to be a one and done opportunity. So while that is a linchpin product and it's absolutely incredible, when we're marketing and when we're launching new content, we not only want to sell new products, but we want to sell products that are going to make our customers come back.
Yes.
So as we explore here, we find this product here, the Hair Regrowth Serum Extra Strength 2 large bottles that has an LTV of $123 with an initial average order value of $89. So Tiffany, why don't you give us a little bit of context of the history of this product, what you know about it, and to what degree this product has been on your radar thus far?
So you are bringing up something really amazing to me because we have never marketed that product.
Okay, perfect.
It's interesting. Right. So you're bringing something to my attention right now that we need to market that product specifically to a specific customer. Now, basically, the extra strength is something that's a higher concentrated version of the regular strength, and it's a higher price point. So we're pushing the regular strength 1 ounce bottle, which is $24.99. But really what I'm seeing, what you're showing me is that they can purchase and they will purchase the 2 ounce bottle of an extra strength, and they'll purchase it by the 2. So we have, let's say, we call it a best friend kit, which is 2 1 ounce bottles, which is $48.99. Our 2 ounce extra strength bottle is $48.99 for one. So what I'm seeing is that at the average order value of over $80, they're buying 2. That means to me that if that's the highest LTV, that's what we need to be focusing and doubling down on more than anything. And what we have been doing is marketing the 1-ounce bottle because we think that that's, something quick, $24.99. No one thinks about it. But what I've been talking to my team about is regarding on the acquisition side. I want to spend my acquisition dollars on customers that really need the product, customers that are going to keep buying from us, and the customers are going to purchase more on the front end. And so you have just brought up an amazing, I think we just opened a door here. We've only marketed one product this entire time, which is the 1-ounce $24.99 bottle. And I feel like we have been on the cusp of the remarketing every single time instead of, really, really focusing on looking at this data like this is awesome. I'm going to be on, I'm calling my media buyers after this webinar. So thank you, Luca, for bringing this to my attention.
Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. Hey, and full transparency to the audience. Yes. Everyone on this call is so busy. We've had literally no time to talk about this. So everything you're hearing, this is real-time feedback that we're doing. Peter, could you weigh in here? Is there anything about the customer LTV tab that you are commonly building within your workflow? Anything you want to highlight as it pertains to building strategy through these data points?
I personally think that can be a very helpful guide for understanding, okay, what kinds of trends might we see product to product? And then within our marketing, are we seeing that prove out in our actual campaigns that we're spending on? To essentially understand, right, if we're spending on a campaign for one product, right, and we have $1,000 to spend versus we're spending on a campaign for another product, we have the same $1,000 twice as much over time with people coming back and repeating. We might want to shift those dollars around to actually spend twice as much upfront on that higher LTV product. And so there's a few ways you can access this. If we're looking basically product to product, right, you might want to bring this down to the ad level. Kind of depends how you have your campaigns lined up. But what I might pull in as far as metrics are obviously spend. The next piece we have that can be really, really useful is, or I should say, are these forecasted numbers. So we have forecasted, I'll actually do ROAS, forecasted ROAS on a 30, 60, or 90-day basis, right? I'll actually maybe just bring in the 90-day. And basically what this will show you is our systems are tracking individually for each of these line items. How is revenue typically trending over time, right? And if I go here to maybe last 6 months, this will give a better idea of, in the long term, how are these growing? And so basically the benefit is that in real time for each of these different ads that might represent a different product, or maybe you have these split out into different ad sets or campaigns, you can see that ROAS that you're getting on day one. But basically the forecast will also take all of your historical data for these unique line items and give you a good representation on that first day when you're spending the dollars. How will product A grow over time based off of all my historicals versus how will product B grow over time? So again, right, in that situation, if you have $1,000 to spend here versus there, you can see pretty much right away what do I expect this to net out as maybe 90 days from now. So for those situations, right, with a very different LTV, I would use those as essentially guiding points of, hey, where can we expect to find these trends, or where should we go looking for these trends, so that when you pull up your sales page, it becomes very easy to actually find those numbers and move your budget around accordingly.
When you have LTV data, when you have forecasting data in mind, you don't necessarily need to, eat what you kill, so to speak, in that very moment. You don't need to guarantee meet your break even or profitable performance in real time, because you can rely on the longevity of those users to bring future revenue. So as long as you're liquid, as long as you're capable, as long as your inventory is balanced, then that you could stimulate a long-term pipeline, which is how the best e-commerce brands are really surviving in today's market. Now that we've identified which products we want to look at, now let's identify which creators, how we're going to actually source that content. Now that we know which products we want to market, and that we know we don't really have content behind these products, we now need to explore how we're going to source those content creators. And there is no better location to do this than in Insense. So Danil, take it away. Take us through the journey. We're looking to sell the hair growth serum, the extra strength, large 2 bottles. Ideally, we can find some sort of combination of people, a family lineage, things of that nature. Show us how it's done in Insense.
Based on Northbeam, that we have a SKU that is outperforming like better, and that's where we would like to put more money behind. And then the insight that Tiffany just shared about that, yeah, maybe it's the family, right? So obviously we need creators right now in location, because I guess, Tiffany, you're still primarily working on the US, right, market. It's not yet international, but once it's international, we're happy to support you. Though the next it's gender, right? So we need the creators for female, right? And then ethnicity. We've been using that for Black and Afro-American, right? And then the insight that we just got is that we need creators who who have families, right? So in that case, it's pretty straightforward. So you're going here, and then basically you see all creators who are good fit for this type of the campaign, right? And then you can start exploring that. Okay, here's the creators. What I can do, like I can take a look on the profiles, but also I can see some of the badges that have been mentioned here. So for instance, creators experience, it's creators with a focus on UGC, and also creators typically respond within 1 hour. So this is the power of marketplace, as well as we can take a look on those creators who are ready to work for product gifting campaigns, meaning that there is no paid compensation. You're just sending out the products, and then if they like it, they can post it, they can produce the content. If they don't like, that's fair, right? So it's also possible to create on Insense. But then what you can do, you can take a look on the on their profiles, and I'll just switch it here. So here's the creator, right? And then what you can take a look, on the ranking system and number of reviews, and then you can take a look that actually this creator is selling on the Amazon storefront. So whenever you're working on Amazon, so you can do that. And more importantly, it's a portfolio, right? You can take a look on those creator for different categories, and then just take a look at that. What kind of creators is actually are make sense or not really, right? And based on that and exploration, you can understand that whether it's a great creator for this campaign, or maybe someone's going to be else. What do you think, like Tiffany, by the way, this creator, based on this portfolio and the numbers, will you proceed with this creator or not?
Well, I will tell you, for us, the way that we select creators are different. I think she's awesome. I think all of her stats are great. But the one thing is that's different for us is, and we used to talk to you about this when you would go and outsource for us, is her hair has to be natural.
Yeah.
So it has to be her real hair.
Yep.
She has to wear her real hair, because if she's wearing any hair that's not real, we can't use her, because we want her to talk about her real hair. So that would be the only thing that I would say about her. But other than that, she'd be great. So what we would do is we would reach out to her and see, does she wear her real hair? Does she have access to it? And if so, we would move forward with her for sure.
Yeah. Got it. And then based on that, you can reach out and ask this question, right? And moreover, yes, there is a way how to ask that. But then you can continue exploring those creators who actually you see that they're wearing like natural hair.
She would be perfect.
So
yes.
And then by that, you can explore those creators who are going to be a great fit for the campaign right away, or you can ask them. And the way how to ask them is actually pretty straightforward. The way how it's starting the all campaigns is by submitting the campaign brief, right? Campaign name, and then type of the campaign, what you would like to achieve. Do you need just content, like just UGC, or do you want to run the creator ads from the handles of influencers? And I know that you had a great success doing that. Right. And then you select like how many creators do you need, any influencer commission, because right now affiliate it's also really popular. It's something that we also exploring about TikTok Shop, right? But that's going to be a different conversation. Also, do you need a ship product or not? We just recently have done Shopify integrations where you can create zero value order and sending those products that you would like to send to the creators with a one click. So nothing needs to be done. Just literally one click that is happening. And then product name and description and the URL, right? And then based on that, you can type in like those creators who are a good fit for your campaigns. And then you can ask the question. So how many kids do you have? Or what kind of hair do you wear, right? Like, is it natural or not, right? That's kind of the questions that you can ask, and that's what will help you and saying that, hey, not this time because you're not good fit based on this question, but like we'll follow up with you for the next campaign, or it's actually a great creator for you. So these kind of screening questions that you can put into creative briefing, and then it helps you to find those creators who are going to be a great fit for this campaign. And on that, Tiff, do you have anything to add? How to set up the right campaign?
I was just going to ask about that. So really quickly, I just want to add that the creator program on TikTok as an affiliate for TikTok Shop is the biggest thing going. So I just want to put that out there because I know that, brand owners will be on this webinar. So please, please, please check that out. Insense has it already built in, which is amazing. You don't have to do it on the back end of TikTok. Dealing with that, you can deal with it through Insense. And the fact that you have that implemented is everything. And I cannot wait to you because I'm extremely excited about, the new way that you can deal with creators, which is helping them make money on TikTok. So basically they get a commission, whatever you negotiate, and you don't have to pay the upfront fee for the creator to work with you like how we used to, right? That's how we used to do it. But now, things are changing and we have made it to where everyone can win here. So the creator can win and the brand can win and you don't have to, spend money off the top. So that's an excellent point that I wanted to point out.
100%. And that's what something that we are currently teaming up and hopefully to share some of the exciting results, right? So and exactly that's the best way to describe the TikTok Shop campaigns and overall influencer affiliate campaigns. It's a win-win situation because if I'm as a creator, I love the brand, I can talk about that in an authentic way, and then just to share my story and producing more content for you and publish that, and or just providing the capability to run the ads with my content, then basically if I drive sales, then here's your cut, and you can make thousands of dollars a month by working with a few brands on TikTok Shop.
There are many creators making so much money. So I just want to add too, lastly, that both Northbeam and Insense have brought some wonderful things to my attention today. I'm a brand owner, so I haven't really dug into Insense as much as I used to personally with my own self, as well as Northbeam. So brand owners, I'm telling you, these two right here, you're good. Hey. These two right here.
Thank you. You're the best.
One of the things I want to drive home about Insense, because I remember the days where we had a team that was just outreaching through DMs, through social channels, trying to connect with creators to make this content. And nuanced stats like the response rate within 1 hour is so pivotal, because when you're looking to create content, you can often kind of fall in love with a particular creator. And you can have a day where you're like, look, I found 5 creators that are exactly what I'm looking for. They're going to make the best content, but they don't respond. You don't know, do they have somebody managing their page? In today's world, is it even a real page? Is it a bot? Is it AI? So to have that data points as an entrepreneur, yes, you need to find the best content you can find, but also you need to work efficiently. And through Insense, when you need content creators on an ongoing basis, I remember in our agency days, we were sourcing 8 creators a month. Each of those creators was making multiple pieces of content. It's absolutely vital to have a centralized ecosystem where you can really kind of have those takeaways and efficiently operate. So that is incredible. I love how much the platform has developed since we first connected on it.
Me too. I'm like blown away. I'm literally blown away by what you just showed me. Both of you.
Thank you. And just like it's it's a blessing to my ear that I just listened that you Tiff saying like, oh, I haven't experienced Insense for quite some time. And actually, it's a good news because that's exactly why Insense is created, is that for you to run your business. Because, managing influencers and creators, it's like a tiny part of what you accomplish with your team, right? So that's why it's a good news. But
wonderful. I'll be on both of your phones right after this webinar. I'm tell you that.
yeah,
Hey,
cool.
awesome. Hey,
So
next step.
yeah, next step. So
Yeah.
deliverables, right? It's why we're here. So it's not only to find the great people on the platform in China with them, but get deliverables, right? And then for that we can choose the media type. Video is all over. Do not ignore static images, by the way. And as you can see in Northbeam account, and we're going to be touch this point later on, there are a lot of static images, and they're one of the best performers. So both videos and static images, right? But for this particular,
I want to add the most cost efficient. I don't know if brand owners know that, but static images are the best you could do.
Yep, 100%. 100%. So for that, you can ask what creators should deliver, and then video, no posting. It's up to you, right? And then what do you need to get? And then the best advice that we can get, that we can give, is ready to use ad. So creator will edit this video, but then ask them for raw footage, because once you learn, once it's been delivered, you can get this content and run these ads right away in Facebook Ads Manager and seeing the results. But then once you get creative analytics, you still have raw footage, and then you can analyze the thumb stop and understand that, actually we can rework hooks, right? And then let's do mashups between different creators. So this is actually provide you with a lot of capabilities to rework on the existing content that you already paid, it's already delivered. And then by that, you can build your own creative library. And the last thing is content type. So you can select unboxing, product demo, or just custom, right? And in that case, you're providing the guidance for the creators. Remember that the majority of creators are not marketers. So they are not professionals in our space. They are not professional paid media buyers. So that's why as the artists of the people who can share the story. So that's why our recommendation is saying that hook and CTA should be scripted in a way, right? Because that's basically the clear touch points about the thumb stop and then the close rates. But then the body of the video can be really flexible. So in that case, you provide the beauty of UGC. It's authentic content. So in that case, creators can produce the content the way how they feel. That's our general recommendation. But Tiff, do you have any thought about that or opinion?
Yes, I have one more thing to add. The best content creation is the most organic feeling, not feeling salesy. So when you do the briefs and you walk them through, I can definitely tell you that this is the most important part of the whole thing. Initially, when we started with Insense, we gave them a brief, but we got our videos that were good. But then when we went in and actually produced them, like really spent the time in telling them exactly what to do and going back and forth and really being able to, produce them, virtually, the videos were just massively like even better. And you want to make sure to tell them, be real, don't try to be like an ad, because the ads, they don't work anymore. And that's the reason why this is so important. We don't want it to look like, they hired a content creator. No, we want it to look like, I really use this product. And you want to tell them to make it as real.
Check out Hollywood Hair Bar. No, I'm kidding.
Right. No, you want to say, girl, I'm trying to grow my hair and I use this product, and like we always say, we always use the girlfriend, we always say it's the girlfriend tactic, It's like you're talking to a friend. You want the content creator to act like they're sending a video message telling their mom or their sister or their friend about this amazing product that they found. That's when you get something golden. Our most golden ads were real life type of situations, real life ads that were better than everything. So I would definitely say put time into this portion of it, because it makes a difference, a big difference.
Yeah,
100%.
Yes.
And look at that. That's a real brief by Hollywood Hair Bar, right? And look at that. It's literally saying that give us some personality, have fun with it. So that's what we're begging, right? All together.
We're not doing
So
a Wells Fargo commercial, you know?
yeah. Exactly, look at that. And then references, right? Because sometimes when you explain something in the wording, it's you can interpret it that differently, right? The color green, it could be a way different color for each of us, right?
Yes.
That's why it makes sense to, whenever you want to refer, then it does make sense to provide these references, right? Like as a video, as the content, and so on. Always
Always provide that. I'm not sure if you have time, but this video is literally like 30 seconds. If you could play this, I think that would be a great moment to show them an example, because this little girl was excellent.
Let's take a look.
Oh, she was born for the camera.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, she's natural. I think like she
natural, right? And, you know, give it to the kids. They'll act like they really love the product. They're not acting like they're acting.
Right. No, that is the beauty. So yeah, moving on, like that's basically the key way how to set up the all campaigns. There are like different params, but once you send this and you selected the creators that you want to work with, then you're basically moving on to the all of the applicants where you can take a look on them and then deciding and chatting with them. But basically you can see a lot of creators who opted in and they have a portfolio. You can take a look on them and then you can hire. But the beauty of our platform is that it's not only vetted network, but also the capability to chat with these creators and then discuss with them everything that you want to discuss, right? So whenever they appreciate their work, right? Or you have a second thought, you can chat with them, you can discuss, and then they can produce this content and deliver this content within the chat. And once the job is done, you can also rank this content and this creator, right? And the reason why you love working with that. And based on that, you can build the relations with the creators, because it's not a one-off campaign. So you can continue working with some of these creators that you really love working with them. And moreover, some of the creators, they asking you to work with you down the road. That's not a brainer to work through Insense or directly wherever. we appreciate any type of that. But then basically you can take a look on all of this content that have been produced on Insense within the campaign, whether it's have been posted organically or not, depends on your strategy. But then you can take a look on all of this content in one place and then running the ads and keep iterating.
Yes. And if you want to add in too about whitelisting and Spark ads, because those two also turned our business around. And we're going to go back to that right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So there is a way how to add additional way how to run the campaign. So it's called whitelisted creator ads, partnership ads, different names for the different for the same setup. So basically, this is the capability where you're able to run the ads with the influencer handle directly from your Facebook Ads Manager. So it's still under your full control what you're running there, though as a professional media buyer or with your agency, though at the same time it's just a multiple your efforts by twice. So you already produce the content. Producing the content is the hardest part, right? To keep iterating with the creators, sending the products, getting the some of the revisions, getting the content done, and so on. This is the hardest part, right? The whitelisting part with us, through the automation and direct integration with Meta as well as TikTok, it's actually help you to multiple this by twice, because you're going to be running the ads directly from your brand handle, same content from the creator, and from the creator handle and the same content. And sometimes it outperformed by twice. Sometimes it's not. But the point is that we need to feed Meta and TikTok with more iterations, more content. So in that case, they will find out what is actually perform the best, and then putting the entire budget there, right? But we need to feed them. Tiff, anything to add here?
One last thing about that, it changed the game for us because we took over the internet anyways with we were very aggressive with our marketing. But when we turned into whitelisting turned it up, because guess what? it's from the creator's handle. So it didn't say it was from Hollywood Hair Bar. They thought it was a post. And so that's what made it, that's what changed the game, because not only is it UGC that we're looking to get something that looks like, you know, they use it like regular UGC, right? But also when you run the ad from their handle, the customer is like, oh my God, this is this product. And it doesn't look like an ad. And that's the game changer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, hey, I know this wasn't something that we expected, but I'm motivated to end this with a request. All right, we just reviewed how we're going to do it. We just identified the marketing strategy we want to do. Talk is cheap. Actions and data speak. So my request to both of you is, are you open to coming back on a follow-up webinar after we've had a chance to source this content to actually dive in deep and see the results that we've been able to conclude here today?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
100%.
I'm game right now. I'm literally going to be texting you after this, both of you.
Awesome.
So I'm game. Let's do it.
Awesome. All right, everyone. Well, stay tuned. There will be a part 2 coming now, so stay tuned. We're going to go out. We're going to find some creators. We're going to send them some products. We're going to feed it into some campaigns, see how they're working, and we'll get back to you for round 2.
Yes, to be continued, guys.
Tiffany, Danil, thank you so much for your time today. I know you're so busy, and I know this is in the middle of the day, so thank you. We will be in touch. All the best. Happy scaling.
Ready. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.